Uh-huh.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but how can a demon grant the power of an angel? Listen, if you had
Sweet
no
bean,
goodness
I know, right?
inside, you couldn't have reached Lariel in the caves beneath Canabras. I remember how once, long ago, you showed me the light of heaven. Maybe I didn't believe in you right away, but I believe in you now. You've proven time and again that you deserve the light of heaven. You are my commander, marked by an angel. This power rightfully belongs to you.
As a member of the Order of the God Claw, I ought to advise you to obey the will of the goddess, or at least to take it into consideration. But as your companion, who has spent a lot of time with you, I can't help but notice you have reforged demonic Nahindrian power into angelic power. And this is a sign of order triumphing over chaos. Perhaps there is room for maneuver here. That is why I advise you to weigh all the options and make your own decision.
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen.
Okay.
As to your original question, I'll be honest with you. Your power turns my stomach like sour prunes. Reject it, it can't hurt.
Darren makes a point. Pompous. I mean, yeah.
Ugh, these dames are tough. But Iomade is as tough as you. If she tells you to do something, you better do what she says. I can feel it in my tail. You're good and righteous and all that, so do what the righteous goddess is telling you. Maybe it'll even make my life a smidge easier after you become more like a human.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
I've made my decision.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
And here's the hard lock. Oh God. I think, like you said, it's a very good thing that we made a hard save. Matter of fact, there's even a quick save before this. Oh. One does not need to be a mythic creature, an otherworldly being, or a deity's chosen to become a hero. This path may be grueling and full of temptation, but the mortal who treads it fully earns the right to call themselves a true legend. The angel is a mighty champion of good who sets a shining example for the Crusaders, smiting demons with a sword of holy flame. Those who fight alongside the angel can be certain that they will be protected, healed, and even resurrected in the event of their untimely demise. The gold dragon is a mighty, almost omnipotent creature that possesses powers beyond all others. The gold dragon is the embodiment of goodness, hope, and redemption. Gold dragon, you gain the ability to breathe holy energy, attacking all enemies in a 50-foot cone, dealing character level plus half mythic rank D8 holy damage. Wait. So, character level. So right now, like 17 plus half mythic. This is 8, so 4. So we're at 21. 21 D8 holy damage. Jesus! Any enemy hit by the breath also gains a -1 penalty on all D20 rolls, while enemies who fail the reflex saving throw gain -2 penalty. What is this? It's a DC 10 plus your character level plus half your mythic rank, so 21 again. Ooh. I can do a dragon form, which is plus 10 size bonus to strength. Okay. Immunity to the gold dragon gains immunity to poison, disease, fear, compulsion, paralysis, and sleep. He also gains resistance to all energies equal to his character level plus half mythic. Okay. Wait, hold on. Actually. Oh god, no, that's 31. 31 is the reflex save for that. You can use your breath attack once every 1d4 rounds. Okay. If any of your saving throws bonuses before modifiers is less than 5 plus your mythic rank, you gain a bonus up to that number. If any of your attributes before modifiers is less than 14, you gain a bonus up to that number. What? All your hit dice are now D12s. Any spells dealing damage now change their dice to D6 if it was not D6 or greater. If it was D6 or greater, the spell instead deals +1 bonus to damage per die. All your weapons count as +5 weapons. Good God, the dragon path is nuts. What the hell? We got 4 that are locked. Try it. 2 of them I know. 2. Okay. Apparently Demon wasn't necessarily locked out, but Aeon and Lich I know were locked out. The other 2, I don't know what the other 2 are. Wait, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's 10. There's 10. Oh, a swarm at walks. Okay, so Aeon, Lich, Swarming that walks. Is there a devil path? Correct me if my information is correct. Is there a devil path? Okay. Okay. I need to take care of something. Okay, what are we working on? This is feats. The next feat looks like is spell penetration. Okay, attacks of the owner of the imbued weapon now additionally deal weapon damage to all enemies within 5 feet. Additional damage and healing from the Sword of Heaven are now maximized. I love how, like, when it says, like, bestow upon weapons, it ends up still only imbuing one weapon. When, like, a character has 2 weapons in hand. Fun. I think I like this. Game UI would have spoiled it for you in Act 5 anyways. Really? Huh. Okay, guys. What do y'all think? I think I might be more inclined for overwhelming flames, but at the same time, grand blessing. Just being able to maximize all my damage against the one target is like die, 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 die. Seems great. Oh no, this is just additional damage. Never mind. Check that. Never mind. Overwhelming flames. Okay. What is speed of light? The owner of the imbued weapon now is under effect similar to haste, but granting 2 additional attacks and making all spells of level 7 or lower quickened as though using the quicken spell feat. Oh. Oh. So that would mean all my 7th level spells and lower would actually allow me to still do a full round of attacks. Okay. Can you guys answer me? Does speed of light still stack with haste? Does this stack with haste or... Huh. All right, let's double check that real quick. Hold on. Oh, yeah, whatever. That might end up being what I choose anyways, later on, but oh. I mean, I probably could test this. And we can just reload back and just do all this over. I could just like drink a potion of haste and see if it doubles all my attacks. So yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick. Maybe. So in all honesty, thinking about it, spell penetration. Yeah. And you with Giga souped up haste. I know, right? So yeah, no, yeah, we'll test it out. We'll just go ahead and. Okay. Can I? Okay, am I able to see my spell penetration on this page at all? No. No, I can't see it on here. Plus cash level plus feats. Okay. I do have, okay. All right. So caster level. Okay. Okay, so 6 plus, I do have spell penetration, putting it to 8 plus 12. You know what? That may not actually be worth it. You know what? That may not actually be worth it. But like I said, we do have a hard save where we can actually just go back through all this after we do some testing. So you sacrificed your own humanity to serve the forces of good. Do not judge me if I choose to do the same.
It pains me to hear that. But I am not your judge, and I shall not stand in your way. At least not until I see that Golarion is under threat. You have chosen your path. Farewell.
So, you are choosing to keep this power in you? What good is it if it comes saddled with righteousness and piety? How can anyone enjoy total impunity and feel the pangs of conscience at the same time? I do not understand you.
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So many victories, so many achievements lie ahead for you. Well, go now. Capture Arilu, and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If we had chosen Legend... Anyways, I can't believe it. Victory! And what a victory! Light has returned to Dresden and the demons are running crying back to their demon mommies. Dresden's been lost again and again, but again and again we win it back. You win it back, Commander, for light, for truth, for life. What's the city like now? It's been cleared of demons and is shining bright as a temple with 1,000 candles. I don't think it looked this good back when it was first founded. This isn't victory yet. We knocked back the demons, but they could return and continue tormenting the innocent. You betcha. Those scum didn't know who they were messing with. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking Is even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know, and I doubt anyone except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere. The Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I cared to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. You dared to go against the goddess and she forgave you. My mind can't comprehend it. I was worried your impotence would be the death of us all, but now I think that you are strong enough to stand against the abyss even without heaven's help. As you just heard, I have to catch Arilu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that avenue is closed to her. Nocticula and the other demons are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the wound. Some nasty little place like Is, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahidjian crystals are being sent there. It's being led by a demon named Mutasafen. Do you know anything about that? The scouts reported that movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden, and they were marching across a dried-out lake. They used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard, but where they went, nobody knows. They're not heading for us, that's for sure. At least, not yet. Thank you for the report. I'll be setting off without a delay. Go on and fly. Chase the demons away from us. Now I know for sure the 5th Crusade will be the last. It's all over for the fiends. They finally met an enemy they could never have seen coming. Now just do one thing for me. Come back to Dresden if you can. Folks are drawn to your light. Those who are left coming back, and now new people are arriving. They need someone to tell them what to do. They need someone to show them. They need someone to lead them forward. Deal with the bladesmith. Oh God, come on! I want to. Anyways, Zircon, I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. Hell Knight's order has not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my last report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Real Vorlesh and Nocticula has caused discontent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts, the one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. How could you think that even reporting the this to the orders would be a good idea? You really think I could withhold this information from my superiors? Do not degrade me or yourself with such a ridiculous suggestion. Sorry. What kind of reaction should I expect? Any. Up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. Very well, I will go there as soon as possible. Excellent, that is all I had to report. So I will return to my duties and you may attend to your other affairs. To our Hawkblade. Commander, I am sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It is a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your crusade, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so. But before that happens, we must address another issue. I suppose you have already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arende's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity, which I call the Other. I retreated to Nirsan and then went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mentions of such entities and ways to fight them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. Why did your search take so long? Because we are dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. The Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but here we are up against something completely different. I had to trawl through our archives, searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to friendly temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. It was a dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. So what have you learned? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for another entity. The most curious part is that all these cases appear almost sequential. Sequential. What does that mean? Performing or following in a logical order or sequence. They happened to various corners. They happened in various corners of Galarian, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Verisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the Other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. But her notes survive, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, find it, and probably exterminate it, but to do that, I'll need your assistance. What do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual and then bring Count Arende to the designated location. The ritual will lure out the Other, weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the Other can travel freely between the material plane and some unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the Other with the ritual, it will either escape or and the worst case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence, we must lure it out and then, I suppose, defeat it. There is one more issue. Aside from the fact that we will have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature, the other's suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment, and this means that the Count must know nothing as well. Oh boy.